Hey folks, welcome to another Odd Artworks, where I go through the process of creating weird, strange, wonderful, funny, sometimes a bit dark artworks. Today I'm going to talk about something very different. I'm going to give myself an art challenge. I said I was going to do that in a previous video, so now I'm going to actually do it. So my art challenge is to create a whole bunch of Vikings. And before I decided to do this, I thought I would make a proof of concept drawing, which is right here. And you're about to see the process of creating that. Stay tuned, because I will show you how you can win this drawing and a bunch of other knickknacks and paraphernalia that I've created in like a weird kind of art care package thing. So if you'd like to win that, stay tuned till the end of the video and I'll tell you how. As always, if you like these videos, give them a like and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out if you do. And without further ado, here's the process. Grab your cup of tea and enjoy. Okay, so for this art challenge, I've decided to do Vikings. Now, what makes this challenging is the number of them that I'm planning to do and the time in which I'm planning to do them with. So I did a quick Google search to see how many Vikings were in a Viking raiding party, and to my surprise, there's quite a lot. There's between 40 and 60 on it, or that were on average. Obviously, there are no Viking raiding parties anymore. So that kind of means I'm going to do 50 Vikings, and I'm going to do them in 2 days because I have a couple of days free coming up. But before I've decided to do that, I thought I'd better do a proof of concept just to see if I can work with this. So, you know, again, thinking about what I want to achieve, I want to do more work in my quirky, weird, characterized style, and I want to get the idea across of Vikings. So I thought I'd do I don't want to say a generic or everyman Viking, but just draw a Viking in that style to see how it could work. Now, another challenge with what I'm going to be doing is trying to create 50 individual characters with kind of their own sort of personality and style and the way they look. So that should be interesting. And trying to do that over the period of 2 days, yeah, that's going to be fun, but you know, stay tuned for that video. So when I'm designing this character, I build that very basic framework and I get some of the details in first, you know, starting with the face. I deem that fairly important because it sort of embodies a lot of the characteristics I use. Also, the bow-leggedness is a key to this kind of character. I don't know why they're bow-legged. They're just a bit saddle sore. I hate doing scales and chainmail and things like that, so I've just sped that bit up for you. For the longest time with a lot of this stuff, it's hard to get the idea of the finished drawing. At this point, I'm just trying to get the idea of this character who's out for a raid and a good time, you know, and trying to show that in his face a little bit. You know, I'm not sure whether he's a bad guy or a good guy. He's just out for the raid and all the good times that'll bring from his point of view. So once I've got that basic shape and I've got that feel down, I start filling in some of the details, you know, the hair. I still haven't gone into any shading yet, but that's, again, you know, I don't feel like I'm ready. Obviously there I'm ready, I'm comfortable with that hair. So getting that all ready and right is the main goal there. And I'll work my way around the figures, shading areas as I kind of come to them and where I decide that light's coming from, which is directly in front of him. Just adding definition to that face and sort of emphasizing the glee that he's about to go off and raid and do things like that he really wants to do. You'll see I used a very tiny rubber there, and that's from the end of my mechanical pencil. I don't often use it, but this is, you can probably see in comparison to my hand, this is quite a small drawing. It's a size I'm comfortable working with, so I would imagine the rest of the 50 are going to be a similar size. So stay tuned for that video. I will be doing that over the next couple of days, and I'll probably make it more of a kind of like a diary of the project, so I'll probably do cutaways to me looking exhausted and sweaty and, you know, kind of wondering why I took on the project in the first place. But, you know, it'll be entertaining, I promise you that. So yeah, at the moment I'm quite happy with everything. I kind of liked, to begin with, the idea that he had quite dainty little feet. But at this point now I've added more definition to the character and decide, nope, he needs big, chunky, raiding feet. So there we go. And that feels much better to me. I don't like doing characters when they're completely straight up and down. I like them to have a bit of a bend to them, so quite often they have their heads tilted, or there's a bend in the knees slightly. I think it just brings the character to life a little bit. You know, if you can, anytime you can break a vertical or horizontal line with a diagonal, it creates the notion of movement in our brains. So, you know, that's sort of what I shoot for. There you go, there's a little tip for you there. So yeah, stay tuned to the end of the video to find out how you can win this guy and everything else. I do hope you like these videos, and subscribe to find out when I'm going to put the art challenge on there. And yeah, here we go, almost done. Quite happy with this proof of concept, and you know, I'll gather some research on Vikings before I start the project properly, so I've got plenty of reference, so I know how they dress and things like that. I know Vikings don't have horns on their helmets before you start going off on the comments, but I kind of like this more fantastical idea of Vikings, because horns on helmets look cool. You know, I know they didn't have them in reality, but there you go. Sometimes the rule of cool works. Sometimes, not always. So yeah, I always find it's good to give a little grounding, so this guy's just sort of on a little grassy area. You know, that sort of makes me happy. And then I put the old moneymaker on it, the old signature, and we call that one done. And there's a closer look of the finished drawing. Cheers, I hope you enjoyed that. Okay folks, so there you have it, there's the drawing. If you would like to win this drawing, all you have to do is like and subscribe the video, share it to anybody you want to take part or you think might be interested, and tell me what this guy's called. Give him a name. The more out there, the more funny, are more likely to win. Try and keep it clean-ish. And I'll pick the best one, and I'll announce the winner on an upcoming video. So hope you enjoy. Again, it's to win this drawing, like an artist care package full of weird stuff that I've made, and maybe a few art materials too. So once again, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy, folks.